We're at Jane Addams High School. This is a STEM school. And STEM schools, I believe, bring out a different piece of the puzzle of the youth in that there's a finer focus for them. They are given a few more opportunities to develop who they are as community members. The STEM school environment from the students that I've worked with up to this day have always shown incredible depth of courage to go deeper inside themselves.
We had this internship, it was so great. We had to go around, help people, make their garden.
The assignments that their teachers give them, the assignments of beyond the classroom, beyond the building, but into the community. I got 5 minutes to make sure that you all understand the importance of community. Raise your hand up, I'll raise your hand up. There you go. Community is like this, we all together. Finding out who's having a great day is important, I feel, when you start something off, because there's time in which we all need to refocus ourselves. Who's happy to be here? If you're not happy to be here, raise your hand. Excellent. Step forward, please. No. I got 32 minutes. Step forward, please. 3 students did not feel good. One of them misunderstood my question, but the other 2, one had a stomach something, and the other one just didn't want to be here. Come on over here, brother, on this side. You ever hold a man's hand before? Yeah? Taking a situation in which we don't have pleasure and making it pleasurable somehow to see an optimal side of your time spent with a person or a life cycle, I think is important. And for that young lady to smile within 15 minutes and for her to be able to hold my hand when it's the mind not wanting to be in school, not really enjoying themselves, I think that showed her something, let alone showing the other students that I was more concerned about those 2 than the mass of the group. As a former teacher, there's, come in, this is what we're going to do, and you guys got to get it because this is the deal. Did he take an opportunity that was negative and make it into a positive? Was his speech about that? And that's always been my approach with anything. Make sure that the mayors of so-and-so or the corporate board or the students or the security guards know that it's all about business. We're going to enjoy your time, but let's take care of business first and make sure that we can, identify what needs to be done and get it done and have a good time doing it. The factory food, it's got what in it? What's that word you use? Genetically modified, genetically engineered. That's a bunch of crap. Not having a clue about local food or food in general, given that when we asked them the question towards the end on what do we do when we take McDonald's out, they said put in a Taco Bell. You take the McDonald's out of the hood, what do you replace it with? Your restaurant. Your restaurant. We're not going to go with a brand that someone else owns. You all become the brand. What's your name, brother? Yeah. Kevin? Kevin's. We replace McDonald's and KFC with Kevin's. It can be done. Other youth around the world have eradicated fast food from their neighborhoods on purpose and replaced it with their own entrepreneurship concepts. Okay, no, let's put in the Kevin's. There's a lot of metaphors that I believe people, especially students, can learn by. We don't have, I know, drama is prevalent in the community, not just y'all community, but every community. We don't have time for the drama. We're giving them an opportunity to re-examine, to put something in their mouth and re-chew, and I'll say it again, re-chew their food. We're feeding them something different. I get paid to do what I love, and that's the joy of life. You'll see that as you read different things about successful people, they get paid to do what they love. Be it the prison piece, be it the fast food piece, be it the baby mama piece, be it the absentee dad piece, be it, I'm gonna go to school and be a success and get my master's degree in whatever piece. I'm gonna be an entrepreneur and rival, whoever piece. I'm going to be a rapper, a basketball player piece. All these pieces are presented to them. Bill Gates loves computers. A lot of these corporate dudes love business. So I want to be sure that in that half hour, I've impacted them forever so that there is always an alternative to the norm. The norm is not Taco Bell. The norm is going to be Kevin's. I want to see a Kevin's replacing Taco Bell's in the urban environment. The food co-op on Euclid, right?
Yeah.
It's getting down to 4 aisles. They got 4 aisles of food left instead of a whole store. What happens then?
You're gonna starve. You're gonna have to go for another stuff.
Is that a problem? Is this right here a problem? If it's given to them in the right way, if you spoon feed them, so to speak, what needs to be fed, the right amount of nutrition for the mind, there is a way in which these people, I'm not saying young people, but these people can begin to enhance their thinking to make that change. How do we address this? How do we hug the food co-op?
Help them.
How do we help?
Give them some food. Plant some food for them.
Plant some food for them.
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice. But I feel that she will be able to benefit the rest of her morning and afternoon into the evening and the rest of her life simply by the way in which she was presented the documents of her potential.
I know where my food came from.
Know where your food comes from. Community. I was asked to come here today with my wonderful film crew to talk about local food because people that know local food understand where their food comes from. I only have a short amount of time to not convince you, but to share with you perspective on local food. That might mean something to them later on as they figure, wow, that much is worth $8. If we can grow $8 worth of stuff in a 2x2 area, that's about $36 minimum, per cutting. That means that if I do that twice a day, I'm making over $100 and some a day. The drugs begin to work. The virus begins to catch, and they begin to think about alternatives to the mediocrity. It's going to be tremendous because you all are the future and you all can change those trends to fit whatever it is you feel important. The fashion, someone controls that. You can control the food. It will look like whatever you want it to look like. That's why I want y'all to fight for your right for good food. That's where I think the STEM schools are important, is that because they're giving their students an opportunity to grow beyond that, and it's not just one thing. When do we begin to hug, and when do we begin to hold hands with local food? When does that happen?
When you have a problem.
Is there a problem?
Yeah.
I'm setting them up for success and alternative thinking. With people, I believe it's how you put it and the way you put it. Sometimes stern, sometimes fun, sometimes, it's not going to be fun, but this is the real deal.